Welcome to myAfrican Affairs. The UK's controversial plan to send asylum seekers to Rwanda was on Wednesday ruled unlawful by the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court unanimously ruled against the government, siding instead with the court appeal that found the policy unlawful. The Supreme Court's ruling dismantled the government's appeal to fly asylum seekers who arrive in the UK illegally to the East African nation. The plan was first announced in April 2022 but has been wrought with legal challenges and has failed to deport a single person. The UK Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, who flagshipped the migration policy, said on Wednesday that he would instead pursue a formal treaty with Rwanda. Judges found that Rwanda could not be considered a safe country to send asylum seekers, as the government argued, because there was a risk that genuine refugees would be returned to the countries they had fled from. The judges wrote in their ruling that there were substantial grounds for believing that asylum seekers would face a real risk of ill treatment by the reason of refoulement to their country of origin. According to the judges, Rwanda's system for processing asylum claims, its poor human rights record, and its previous failure to comply with non-refoulement agreement to the UK meant that the UK government could not trust that the asylum seekers could be safe. Sunak on Wednesday told the lawmakers that it was not the outcome he wanted, but a new treaty with Rwanda was already being worked on. The verdict was closely watched in London and across the world, with Britain's plan considered a test of viability of offshoring asylum processing. It was celebrated by humanitarian groups that had long opposed the plan. Care for Calais, which supports refugees in the UK and France, said the judgment should bring the shameful mark on UK's history to an end. And Médecins Sans Frontières said the ruling was an encouraging result. The new Home Secretary, replacing Suella Braverman, who was fired on Monday after a series of scandals, now has a chance to abandon the cruel approach and focus instead on providing safe routes for those seeking sanctuary in the UK. Wednesday's ruling was categorical in crushing the government's policy on multiple fronts, but its impact will be felt for some time. The judgment reignites the debate about illegal migration as Britain nears the general election. The Rwanda plan was unveiled in response to an increasing number of perilous small boats made by asylum seekers across the English Channel. The rate of crossing has since increased over the years, a trend Sunak vowed to reverse. Under the policy, some asylum seekers would be sent to Rwanda for their asylum claims to be processed. Successful claimants would be then allowed to remain in Rwanda, while unsuccessful claimants would be sent back to their countries of origin. The scheme was unveiled by former Home Secretary Priti Patel and backed by her successor, Suella Braverman. It has been a costly and public failure for 3 consecutive prime ministers. According to a report by the BBC, the UK has paid £140 million to Rwanda for the proposal. No flights have taken place. The first scheduled flight to Rwanda was stopped at the 11th hour following an intervention by the European Court of Human Rights.